It is a gorgeous night for basketball here at Arapahoe High School as it's the Cherry Creek Bruins taking on the Arapahoe Warriors here on Arapahoe Sports Network and Cherry Creek Sports Network. My name is Max Shaver, joined alongside the great William McDavid from Cherry Creek Sports Network. We're happy to have you in the booth this evening.
And Mac, thank you so much for having me. It is going to be an exciting evening, and I'm excited to watch some basketball between these two high-powered teams.
Absolutely. Arapahoe coming off an unfortunate loss to... John just blanked on the team, but Arapahoe coming off a loss most recently here. Cherry Creek, do you want to speak for them?
Yeah, for sure. You know, Cherry Creek has had, an off and on season this year. They're standing at 6-7, and, the Warriors at 7-6. And Cherry Creek just came off, a loss against Doherty earlier this week, 67-57. So Bruins looking for a little redemption here. Warriors looking for a little redemption here. And this is the start of league play. So I think it's going to be exciting for both of these teams as, they're trying to, really work hard and put their best foot forward in this Centennial League rivalry.
Absolutely. Arapahoe just coming off a loss to Regis. You could catch that here on Arapahoe Sports Network as we teamed up with Regis. That was a great broadcast, and looking like a good matchup tonight between these two teams. Record can be pretty similar if you compare it and contrast it based on who you've played, but just getting ready for a great game tonight.
And certainly, the Bruins lost to Regis 50-46 earlier in the season. Warriors lost to Regis 69-54. And, both of these teams are very similar in that they're going to want to push the pace a little bit, have a lot of seniors, which, definitely can be helpful building that chemistry a little bit over the last few years. So I'm excited to see what this matchup here tonight brings.
Dude, you're already doing it way better than I am. Let's send it down to public address announcer Jeff Brandberg. We're going to continue to keep things with Mr. Brandberg as we go into tonight's starting introductions.
22, Trey Searcher. Number 25, Nick Woodward. And number 35, James Pearsall. And your starters this evening for Cherry Creek. Number 0, Alex Condon. Number 1, Jeremiah Hammond. Number 3, Robbie Bailey. Number 15, Jonathan Lyons. And number 24, Miles DeWalt. The Bruins are coached this evening by head coach James Hartsfield. And now for your Arapahoe Warriors. First and non-starters for Arapahoe. Number 2, junior Brock Moody. Number 3, senior Brady Bergstrom. Number 4, junior Tyson Watson. Number 5, junior Sam Kamstra. Number 12, junior Carson David. Number 13, junior AJ Adams. Number 14, junior and captain Ryan Tremenco. Number 15, junior and captain Wes Falla. Number 22, senior Joel Nichols. And number 42, senior Ryan Shea. Your starters this evening for Arapahoe. Number 1, senior and captain Josh Acker. Number 10, senior Cass Henry. Number 21, junior Miles McMonagle. Number 24, senior and captain Ricky Settle. And number 44, senior Brendan Chris. The Warriors are coached this evening by head coach Kevin Modi and assisted by Mike Flanagan, Zach Mahalis, Steve Timmons, Tanner Ellis, Matt Martell, and Zach Moon. The officials for this evening's game are Cam Henderson, Michael Bailey, and Rick Jareski.
All right, starting lineups and introductions out of the way. What do you think of Cherry Creek's lineup tonight?
You know, I think that this lineup, they've been playing together all year, and, you know, they're a lineup that's willing to come out with a lot of energy, and I think that's really going to be the most important thing here tonight for both of these teams is who can bring the most energy. You know, we have two teams that are skilled players. They can shoot the ball. You know, they're willing to play defense hard, but I think that energy piece is going to be crucial. So I think that, you know, this Bruins lineup will be, you know, exciting to watch, but I'll be excited to see what the Warriors can do against them.
Good comments there. Arapahoe's lineup not looking any more different than it has in the past. A.J. Adams, a notable new starter for the Warriors. And Josh Acker with a nice buzz cut there, as we'll get an early 2 points from Brendan Crisp.
And Crisp, you know, he's out on the football field in the fall, and you can see that athleticism translate onto the basketball court here. And, you know, great move right there. And that'll be something the Bruins have to work on throughout this game, is containing him, especially with Acker out there on the perimeter. They're going to need to make sure they do a good job with that tonight.
Great comments, as there's an attempt from Creek that it won't go, and it'll go off the foot of Adams.
And, you know, we see that the Warriors are in a 2-3 zone right here. Bruins have struggled against a 2-3 zone a little bit this season. So, you know, they definitely need to work on making sure that they're getting good shots up, finding the, you know, the holes in the 2-3 zone and trying to work on all those things as the game progresses. Hammond has it up top, and Bailey's going to take the three. That one is off the rim. Lyons, it looks like, is going to get fouled, and that'll head the other way.
Spirit night tonight, or excuse me, senior night for Spirit teams tonight. Great to see all of those seniors for our Thompson cheerleading team, as we're going to get a poke from Creek, and that'll head out of the hands of Josh Acker.
Mac, what do you think are going to be kind of the keys to the game here tonight for the Warriors, especially as they try to redeem that loss last week?
I mean, I think it's plain and simple. Get the ball in the hoop. That's been a problem that they've been having recently with rim shots, as Brendan Crisp will go up for another two to extend that lead to 4.
Great job there for Cass Henry and getting inside. That penetration is going to be huge tonight for the Warriors, and something that Creek is definitely going to have to stop if they want to be able to contain, all of the pieces to the Arapahoe puzzle.
Absolutely, Arapahoe's puzzle is strong at first. It's had a little bit of deterioration at the end. Same thing kind of with the girls team, but Arapahoe staying strong so far.
And Bolt's going to take this one. He'll kick it to Lyons. Lyons with the three, and that one is off. Bailey able to get the rebound. And Bruins have only shot threes so far. Hammond's going to try to make something happen here as the Warriors stick to their 2-3. Condon inside. And Hammond decided to pass up a three for another one to Bailey in the corner. That's no good. And Bruins 0 for 4 from the three-point line.
Yeah, Arapahoe looking very sharp at the moment with their getting the ball in the basket so far. 2 for 2 on drives. As here comes Flamenco over to Acker. Acker with a fresh new buzz cut, as he'll attempt a floater there, and it won't go.
The Bolt on the fast break. He has Crisp in his face, so he's going to pass up that shot. Lyons has it now at the top. Warriors back into man. Condon down inside. He's going to get the double team. He'll hand it off to Bailey, and Bruins have nothing. They will bring it out. Bruins definitely having trouble getting a shot up inside with Crisp down there, as Lyons is going to try to work in the post a little bit. He's going to take the fadeaway, and he gets that one to go. Jonathan Lyons puts up the first 2 points of the game tonight for the Bruins, and Warriors will have it the other way.
Full court press from the Bruins, it looks like. Tough D. Josh Acker, a notable point guard. He's going to be a senior this year, so we'll see who will take his spot. Cass Henry with a rough hit there. Recovers nicely on another push. He gets double teamed, and it won't go.
And you mentioned that Acker is a senior. Warriors have a few other seniors. Their whole roster is upperclassmen, and then for the Bruins, they have 10 seniors on their team. So 2 teams that are definitely going to be looking into a little bit of a rebuild next year, as Hammond, one of the sophomores, takes it and misses the floater.
Acker with trying to get it across the floor as fast as he can. Comes up against the Bruin defense. Here comes Rifki Sedholm. He got a dunk last game. A lot of enthusiasm there, as he will do a nice Euro step there and extend the lead back up to 4.
Warriors displaying great athleticism so far tonight, and doing something the Bruins haven't been able to do so far, which is get in the paint. And I think that's going to be huge for the Bruins, not only to stop the Warriors from getting in the paint, but being able to get in the paint themselves. But definitely something the Warriors are going to want to continue doing, because it's working well for them.
Cherry Creek with good ball movement there. Arapahoe's defense looking for the next move.
Condon's going to try to get it inside. And it looks like that one is going to be out on the Warriors. And Hammond will pass this one in. It looks like we're going to get a timeout here from Coach Hartsfield, as he wants to regroup as the Bruins take the 4-point deficit.
Creek with 4 timeouts to go. What do you think of those first about 4 minutes and 10 seconds of that game so far?
Yeah, I think that both of these teams came out and, they were excited to play. I think, honestly, the Warriors came out with a little bit more energy here, and I talked right at the beginning that the energy was going to be key, and we've seen the Warriors be successful getting down inside the paint, and whether it be just a little dump-off pass to Crisp or a nice athletic play there, for Sedholm, I think that both of these teams have the ability to play better than they have been so far, but the Warriors just came out with more energy. So Bruins definitely going to want to pick that up and figure out a way to get inside. But Brendan Crisp has done a great job tonight, kind of containing the Bruins down in the paint. So it'll be interesting to see how this game progresses here after the timeout.
Dude, you're already crushing me in my job. Here goes Creek on offense.
Condon's going to get the back door to Bailey. Bailey gets that one to go, and that was some good ball movement right there. Definitely a call that Coach Hartsfield made on the bench out of the timeout.
So here comes Acker again at the point guard spot. And that one will head out of bounds, Only one foul on this game so far. It's against Creek. Again, new rule this year. Fouls reset after each quarter, and they go to the double bonus right at 5.
Yeah, definitely interesting. That's definitely more in line with the NBA. That's kind of how they do it. But I think it's interesting. As a former player, I always liked kind of having a whole half before it reset because, 5 fouls is actually not that much to get you to the bonus. So I'll be curious to kind of see if and how that impacts the game here tonight and, the rest of this season. As the Bruins have Pearsall checked into the game. Lyons not able to get his first shot to go, but he'll get the rebound. And Hammond's going to take it inside. He'll get the floater, and he gets that one to go.
Creek will tie it up back at 6. Again, like we were saying about that new foul rule, I think it's definitely changed a lot of teams and how they play. Arapahoe not looking the greatest right now in the top 25. Same thing on the girls' side. And you notice there's been a lot bigger of a shift because of that new rule. I'm not sure if that is the main reason, but definitely something to look out for as here comes Crisp inside. See shifts in the paint and a double dribble.
And, one of the changes that the Bruins made there is they brought in James Pearsall, and, he's standing at 6'6", maybe even 6'7", with the shoes on. And, that's going to be big tonight for him to get some good minutes as he goes up against the 6'9" senior Brendan Crisp. And, he's going to have to really work hard down in the paint there to contain Crisp because we know that he can be a big threat.
So we're going to get a foul here. Not sure who that's on. It'll be against the Warriors, a reaching foul on Miles McMonigal. That's his first.
And Bruins will try to get this one in on the inbound. Condon's going to be inside. He'll go up. Can't get that one to go. He's going to force the jump ball, and that'll stay with the Bruins. As Bailey will pass this one in. Bruins with a little bit more height on the court as of the present between Condon, Pearsall, and Lyons. And Pearsall's going to go up, and he gets that lay to go in. So with 2 minutes left, Bruins take the first lead of the game.
Do apologize about the cutoff view. That's the downside you get with the student section, and we will get another foul on the Bruins.
Mac, you got to love the student section, though, and especially coming off a snow day. People probably were feeling a little lethargic, but I can appreciate that Arapahoe students are out supporting their teams tonight.
Absolutely. Not our first rodeo dealing with the student section. If you're an OG Arapahoe Sports Network fan, 2 years ago, 2021, the Arapahoe Heritage home game, you do not want to look at that one. As here comes Sedham with the drive, and he will get a travel. Not looking in the right direction for the Warriors right now.
I think what the Warriors need, they came out with a bunch of energy early in this game, and after that Coach Hartsfield timeout, it looks to me like they're rushing their shots a little bit. So, if I was, the Warriors, I would just try to slow it down a little bit, get kind of those methodical possessions that are going to lead to good shots.
Good points there.
As Lee, Moham, and Young all checked into the game for the Bruins. Pearsall is down low, and he's going to go up with the left, and he gets that little hook shot to go. James Pearsall doing a nice job down there in the post. That'll
extend Creek's lead to 10. As Bergstrom will sub in. McMonigal out of those pink shoes we saw last time. Over to Nichols. Nichols off the rim. McMonigal and Nichols, a really dynamic duo for this Warriors team.
It's great to have that chemistry with teammates, and it definitely makes an impact, especially when you're at the varsity level and, the game is just getting faster. Being able to kind of have those automatic guys that you have that chemistry with is important. Lee's going to take the shot after the second possession, and that rebound will go to the Warriors. We're under a minute now in this first quarter.
And a foul.
And, right there was Josh Acker showing that he's willing and able to get down the court and, make something happen. And I think that that's where the Warriors fell off a little bit and are going to want to pick back up, as we saw right there from Acker.
Creek been on foul trouble both on the girls and boys side tonight. Arapahoe has been getting into that double bonus quicker, but we're only a minute in. Really no chance of going into the double bonus here with some promising time. As here comes Permenko with some nice spinning, and Joel Nichols puts in 2.
That was a beautiful pass right there, and nice job getting down, and then for the Warriors just knowing, okay, where do I need to be, who do I need to cut, and really nice job there as Bruins try to respond late in this first quarter.
Yeah, first 2 points in the last few minutes for the Warriors, not really where you want to be, but at least that cuts the lead down a little bit, as that'll do it here for the first quarter on a floater. Your score at the end of 1, Creek 8, Creek 10, Arapahoe 8.
And Mac, what do you think the Warriors need to focus on as they head into the second quarter? Because we have, it's a really close matchup, and I can tell that this one is going to be close, throughout the whole game. What do you think the Warriors need to focus on as they head into the second part of this first half?
I think they just need to maximize defense as much as they can. So here comes Mrs. Dollahan. Unexpected food delivery. Wish we had a face cam sometimes. That would be helpful. A pickle and a pulled pork sandwich and a Pepsi. All the peas. Don't know where to put this. Here we are.
Those midnight snacks are always important, especially on a doubleheader night like this.
Big shout out to Arapahoe getting your boy fed and taken care of. We go into the second quarter now. Creek again up by 2, 10-8.
One thing I think is kind of interesting is that both of these teams are into some of their backups at this point, and at least for the Bruins, I feel like their production went up as they got some fresh legs in the game. So I'll be curious to see how Coach Hartsfield continues to sub out his guys to keep their legs fresh.
Same thing with the Warriors. Boley making a quick move, subbing out for the captain, Foa. Foa hasn't been doing his best recently, but looking to see if this can be his game, as H.A. Adams will fortunately miss that 3 there.
And Bolt's going to bring this one up. Bruins have definitely taken a little bit slower paced offense tonight. And Bolt's going to get that one stolen. A little 2-on-2 here.
Wes Foa doing his thing as we're going to head to the free throw line early.
And, I just talked about that. I think this is going to be a close game, and that means that free throws are going to be very, very important tonight. We've seen the Bruins, struggling a little bit on free throws this year. Alex Condon is, has done a pretty good job with his free throws this year. Jeremiah Hammond leading with 71% from the line. But I think that both of these teams are going to have to hit free throws in order to keep it as much in their favor as possible.
Miles McMonagle will cut Creek's lead in half, 2-point lead in half, as they're 1 point away from tying this thing up. Creek on the offense. Arapahoe's D playing a different shift as they will get a 3-pointer.
And James Pearsall, I just talked about his efficacy down in the post, but he's now taken 2 threes and just hit that one. And definitely, these guys can shoot, and we know that both of these teams are able to get a few shots from the 3-point line. So impressive job. He got the block there, and both these teams trying to get some action going.
Permenko wanted a foul there, as Creek's going to take that one to the best of their ability and shank it and rebound it, and we'll get a foul on the Warriors.
I think the Warriors have done a great job with their defense tonight. You know, they're flying around, and even though they got away from that zone, they're doing a really good job with making sure to keep the Creek guys in front of them and force tough shots. Pearsall inside, he's gonna get that one to go. And James Pearsall having himself a night so far.
15 to 9. Arapahoe 2 3-pointers away from tying this thing up. Again, Creek with 2 fouls so far this quarter, Arapahoe with 1. As here's a nice move from Brady Bergstrom. He wanted a foul. That was a little questionable.
I would have to agree that that was a little questionable. It looks like we're gonna get a charge though going the other way. So as the saying goes, ball don't lie.
That might be a little bit of a makeup there. But hey, we'll take it. Again, sorry.
Go for it.
Again, one of those objectives with doing the combined broadcast, if you're not really hearing a perspective you like, we have commentators from different sides of the game. So as Arapahoe does a drive, it's in the Arapahoe commentator. And as Creek does a drive, it's Creek. And Will being the commentator for Creek this evening. Here comes Foa over to Adams. McMonagle will drive, and we'll get an over and back. Not really sure what that's about.
Looks like they may have called a carry there on the Warriors.
I could see where I got a little confused there.
Yes, certainly.
Motion looks pretty similar.
It is similar. I've always wondered why they don't change that up a little bit. DeBolt is going to take this one past the half court. Nice pressure there from Fawn. As Bruins try to get it moving around the perimeter.
Creek try to get the ball in the hole here as they will slip up on it, keep it inbound, surprisingly, on that tight corner.
We see Brennan Crisp back in to guard Pearsall, who has had a nice little night so far when Crisp has been out of the game. Pearsall able to get the rebound, though, and he's going to go up, and Crisp will get the rebound, and that's headed down the other way.
Back out to Foa playing point guard. He was originally a shooting guard last year, getting a lot of free throw opportunities. This year he decided to change it up over to Acker. Then back out to Foa. Crisp inside the paint. He will drive and get fouled. He'll head to the free throw line.
And Warriors have done a great job so far in this game, really being aggressive down low. And I think that, you know, especially as the Bruins fatigue, that is going to be big for the Warriors. I mean, I think that's where they can score a lot of their points.
Chris with a chance to close that lead. And Arapahoe is now in double digits.
Bruins are going to sub in 4 as they have a good chunk of their starters back in the game, trying to switch the momentum once more as the Warriors have had a nice couple minutes here to start this second quarter.
Crisp again, that won't go. And it looks like he might get a violation of some sort. So he will get a chance to redo that shot.
Looks like the Bruins had a failure to substitute, so they had 6 guys out on the court. Crisp will get another try here, and those are mistakes you don't want to make if you're the Bruins.
Well, it is high school basketball, as that will not matter for the Bruins here, as Crisp will miss the second.
I think that's one of probably the most important things for anyone watching, you know, tonight or any other night to remember, is that this is just high school sports. It's all in good fun. Condon gets down inside, and we'll get a nice little lay-in as Bruins continue to apply the pressure.
I mean, back with that high school sports comment, there's a chance that you may be watching a future NBA. Deep shot from Acker, that won't go. Attempted rebound successful from Acker, or correction, Adams, as that'll be a 3-point shot from Brady Bergstrom. Just ate my words there.
Hammond responds on the other end, and looks like we're gonna get a timeout here.
No, we'll get a foul.
A foul. My apologies.
Delay of game against Creek. Surprised they, it's a little confusing. But 3 points back to back there. That'll kind of just offset. So here comes Foa again. It's one of those things I'm really good at doing, is eating my words. Here comes Acker again. Looking for an open man, back to Foa. Foa to Bergstrom. Bergstrom trying to make a move. Good ball movement. He will step, and that won't go in.
That was a really nice move there, and Bergstrom will definitely get that one to fall at some point.
And we were gonna, didn't catch what that was.
Looks like that was a travel on DeBolt. That, you know, that little move right there, I feel like is constantly debated in basketball. You kind of, it's a pull through and a jump stop, and you know, I don't know what the right answer is, whether it's a travel or not. Seems to get called about 50% of the time. Bruins going to apply a little pressure here as Bergstrom brings it up the court.
Bergstrom playing the point guard today. He hasn't played that much in the past. So he's looking for an open man at Brendan Crisp as he tries to set up a block. That won't work. Acker from downtown won't go. Questionable out of bounds there on the Bruins.
Lions will get inside, and Bergstrom is down on the court as he took a shot from the knee of Lions.
As Arapahoe will take a timeout, hopefully get Brady Bergstrom off the court. I hope he's okay. Looks like he hurt his ankle.
30-second timeout for the Warriors.
He's on the floor. We're going to pull wide here and take a moment. Bergstrom able to get off the court all right with the assistance of two of his coaches. Looks like he might be out for the rest of the game, unfortunately. Again, Bergstrom, like I've said in the past, a really consistent three-point shooter. And sucks to see him go so early. But Arapahoe with possession, A.J. Adams to inbound here. And to take it down the court. Creek with a full court press, as Miles McMonagle will sub in for Brady Bergstrom.
And Bruins have not done a whole lot of pressing this year, so, but you know, they're trying to slow down this Arapahoe offense any way they can, because the Warriors have been impressive in the half court. DeBolt with the steal, and he looks like he may get fouled there by Acker.
Acker not happy about that last drive. He lost the ball there. New camera that we're including, you're already seeing it now. You probably saw it in the last broadcast. It's on the floor, so pretty cool to see a little bit of home court advantage with that.
And DeBolt hits his first free throw.
As that'll bring the lead up to 10.
And he makes a second, and it looks like we're going to get a timeout here from Coach Hartsfield. So with 2:33 remaining here in the second quarter, Bruins will take the 11-point lead. But, you know, Mac, I still think that this is anyone's game at this point. You know, both these teams have showed spurts of really good basketball, and I think it's really going to be whoever can just continue to play that disciplined basketball that's gotten them both some good possessions in today's game.
Absolutely. Arapahoe just, again, like I said, they need to get the ball in the hoop and stop slipping up here. That's been something we've noticed for both of these teams, both girls and on the boys' side. they've just been slipping around with the ball. I'm not sure if that's something from the gym or something from the basketball. There's a lot of factors that can go into it, but first you got to look at yourself.
And certainly, and I think, that's one of the things that I'm always impressed with high school coaches is that I really do feel like they're able to, for the most part, kind of teach some of those lessons, which is, hey, we're not going to be arrogant. We're not going to be out here pointing fingers. We're going to take a look at ourselves first. So, hopefully both of these coaches are continuing to preach that. And I would not be surprised to see the Warriors have a little bit of a run here after the timeout. Acker able to save it from going out of bounds.
Sign Acker up for the baseball team after he makes that throw. And we will get a foul on the Bruins as Foa heads to the line. Arapahoe one foul away from getting that double bonus. This time it would actually make a little more sense with 2:21 to go. He will drain that and cut the lead down to 10. Cass Henry, the transfer from Colorado Prep, making his appearance back at Arapahoe High School again. As both free throws are good.
Looks like Pearsall will come back into the game for the Bruins. Bruins back with this taller lineup, and this worked well for them earlier in the game, so I would not be surprised to see those three kind of finish out the half here as Lyons has it up top. He's going to get it to Hammond. Hammond's going to take the floater himself, and he gets that one to go. Jeremiah Hammond has had a nice night so far, especially with some of those floaters.
Rappo looking for a big hit here on a three-pointer with 2 minutes to go in the half, excuse me. Acker up. Just blanked on his name. Back out to Acker. My goodness, ADHD at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. Crisp drives over to Henry. Is Henry looking for getting something, and he will get two after a bit of a rough drive there.
We talk about all the time, basketball is a physical sport, and right there we saw Cass Henry just be a little bit more physical down there in the post. Nice play there as Bailey tries to respond, and he gets that three to go. Bruins been pretty good from the three tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Great straight shot there for the Bruins as Arapahoe needs to respond. Again, they got to make up in this game already. As here comes Acker, and he will get two. If I'm Coach Bully right now, I want to go for that three-point line. And obviously, I don't play basketball. I don't know if that's a smart decision or not. So, but based on the way it's looking, any smart person would think to go for that three-point line as Cherry Creek will step out of bounds, trying to drive that ball up the side.
And, I would agree. I think that the one thing is the Warriors are getting good shots inside. And, that shot right there from Josh Acker was very impressive. But I would not be disappointed to see the Warriors try for some action beyond the three-point line because we know that they can shoot the ball well. So we'll see what they decide to do here as we get under 30 seconds left in this half.
Henry will draw an offensive foul. Not really what you want to do if you're the Warriors here.
And I would not be totally surprised if the Bruins try to get a last shot here headed in to halftime as Hammond brings up the ball slowly.
So you're going into halftime. What do you think Cherry Creek needs to go over here to what do you think they need to say in the locker room?
I really think that the Bruins just need to continue to talk about discipline. We've seen in a few games this year that the Bruins are unable to finish out games as strong as they might like. So I think, and we see a turnover right there. Bruins definitely need to continue to be disciplined, take care of the ball. I think that'll be very important for them headed into this second half. What do you think, the Warriors need to take a look at as they head into the locker room?
I think Warriors just need to work on ball handling straight up. It's plain and simple, but it needs to get done. A lot of missed and slipped balls tonight for this Warriors team. And we'll see what happens when they come back out into halftime. But for now, we are going to take a pause for the Tom's halftime performance here on Arapahoe Sports Network and Cherry Creek Sports Network. We thank you for joining in with us this evening.
Give it up for your Arapahoe Toms, Captains Iris Gordon and Caleb Bell.
Before we go any further, I have a few ad reads I would like to go over with you guys. I appreciate it. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is a proud sponsor of Arapahoe Sports Network. Visit them online at www.fxbdenver.com. Follow us on Instagram at Arapahoe Sports Network. Your follow is greatly appreciated. And catch all the action and news and updates there. If you're interested in having your ad here on Arapahoe Sports Network, scan the QR code or email us at arapahoesportsnetwork@gmail.com. Reach thousands through us. Arapahoe takes on Grandview with girls basketball on Friday, as we will be with GBTV and Jake Chow for that one. Broadcasting and production is completed by Shaver M Media. Visit me online at www.shavermmedia.com. All right, folks, we welcome you back. Your score at the half, 29-19, Creek with a confident 10-point lead. What do you think Creek needs to do here to ensure their victory here for the second half?
You know, I think that really the Bruins just need to not get complacent. We know that the Warriors are going to come out with a lot of energy right here. You know, they were just back in the locker room. I'm sure that their coach was talking to them a lot about all sorts of things that they need to work on. They're going to come out with some energy, and Creek just needs to not get complacent. You know, a 10-point lead is a nice little cushion, but it's definitely not running away with the game. So, you know, I think Bruins just need to make sure that they continue to have high energy. And I think they could have success in this game. You know, I think on the Warriors side, they're going to have to really make sure that they're doing a good job continuing to prevent the penetration inside. And I think that getting the three ball going, like you mentioned a little bit earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. Arapahoe hopefully had a good conversation in that locker room. Kind of a similar scenario to going into the second half with that girls game. Arapahoe had the lead in that one actually going into the second half, and Creek was able to pull it out of the hat. Let's see if it maybe flings a little differently here as we get ready for the second half of basketball. We thank you for joining us this evening.
Looks like Bruins will start with the ball here as Hammond gets ready to pass this one into DeBolt.
As the student section rises back up. Really no student section for Creek tonight, despite how big the game is on league. As there's a three-point attempt from Creek, won't go.
Lions able to get the rebound, and you are exactly right. You know, there are a lot of schools that are able to travel well with a student section. Cherry Creek is not one of them, and it always disappoints me when there's no away student section. Hammond able to get inside, and he gets that little shot to go. Hammond has been pretty good from the mid-range so far tonight.
Absolutely. Arapahoe, I mean, like you say with traveling student sections, Regis, surprisingly, doesn't really move that well, except for when they absolutely have to. As Rifki Sedham attempts to get a pass across the court, doesn't work. As there's A.J. Adams, his shot won't go either. Kind of looking exactly how it went with the first half.
As it looks like the Warriors are back into that 2-3, and that worked for them in the first part of this game. Bruins were able to get out of that a little bit as they try to move the ball, find the soft spots in the zone. Lions up top, Condon down low, and that's going to be a turnover there for the Bruins.
Nice steal there from Cass Henry as he shoves it back to Josh Acker. And the sign's not helping. Here comes, that's hilarious. Here comes Acker over to Henry.
And Crisp down low to Bolt with a nice play.
Steals back and forth on both sides tonight. Again, a lot of loose ball. Probably the most loose ball I've seen all year.
And I think, you know, that's a byproduct of both of these teams being really good on the defensive end. And I mean, we have actually a relatively low scoring game coming out of half, and I think that is a testament to both of these teams' defensive prowess. It looks like we're going to get an and one here for Condon. And, you know, I talked about it, you know, coming into the half, but I think it's going to be really essential for the Warriors to make sure that they're keeping the Bruins out of the paint like they were earlier in this game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the paint is huge, and I haven't seen the in the paint violation very much at all this year, I hate to say. But both teams, I mean, every single team we've watched this year has learned how to deal with that. And it came out well sometimes on their favors. Here comes Acker down the court. Over to Adams, or to Crisp, excuse me. Over to Henry off a weird fade, and he'll get a three.
Nice pass there for Brendan Crisp, and then Cass Henry able to finish that one off. And, you know, plays like those are ones that are going to be able to bring the Warriors back into this one as Hammond responds with a little mid-range jumper of his own.
I spoke with JV swing today, Tyson Watson, before school started. He said Hammond was one of those players that the Warriors had to look out for and guard well, as here comes Acker off the rim, rebounded by Nichols, and back over to Crisp, and his shot will go off the back of the rim. And Hammond really proving it here for the Bruins, is stolen away by Henry. And a little bit of travel on the Warriors.
And, you know, some of those fast plays, there's too much happening right there. And Condon, the ball kind of ended up in his hands as he was falling. So that'll stay down with the Warriors as Bruins make a few substitutions. Henry in the corner, he's going to get that down inside.
And we'll get a foul. I correct myself, that traveling earlier was on the Bruins. They had it for just a moment. And we'll get a foul on the Warriors.
Jeremiah Hammond doing a nice job down there fighting for that rebound. He's second on the team right now with 5.1 rebounds a game. And, I mean, that's pretty impressive given the fact that, I mean, he really is a point guard, shooting guard for the Bruins.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, great plays tonight from Cherry Creek. As it sucks we can't use that floor cam very much because people stand in front of it. Creek trying to draw something up here. And stolen away.
And Bruins seem to have an idea of what they wanted to do there, but the execution, given the nice Arapahoe defense, was not there. Henry with the three.
Won't go. And the energy has just died here in Sitting Eagle Gymnasium this evening. A lot quieter than when we opened up, as here comes Cherry Creek. Really no points scored here in the third quarter, not that much as we've gotten so far, as we are only 4 minutes in.
And Warriors going to take a three. That one's no good. Crisp down low. It looks like he's going to get a foul on him.
So we're going to get a line change for the Warriors. Brock Moody subbing in, his first time getting minutes here for the game, for this game. As we had a missed attempt from Miles McMonigle. Excuse me, I'm eating my words again. And we'll have a foul.
And Mohem, you know, one of the senior guards for this Bruins team, working up top. But, you know, I can appreciate the fact that the Warriors have done a really nice job tonight, keeping the guards in front of them for the most part. And that's a hard thing to do, you know, in any game, but especially with the experience that these guards for the Bruins have. So props to the Warriors for, you know, doing a nice job up top and forcing some of those loose balls, like you mentioned.
Arapahoe playing a lot more aggressive now on defense, and it's showing. Here comes Formenko, as he will get a nice layup. I was about to go crazy again with another dunk call. That's kind of a signature move of mine, as Cherry Creek is one foul away from the double bonus.
Pearsall working down inside, and looks like Pearsall's going to get the foul on the rebound, and that will put...
And that'll be on Creek.
Hammond is going to head into the game, as well as Trey Zerker, his first time in for the Bruins tonight, another senior guard.
Nichols, over to Foa, over to Promenko. Promenko, the two-sport athlete, baseball and basketball are his thing. Over to Henry. Henry trying to drive with double coverage, triple coverage. He'll step back, won't go. Rebounds his own shot. As it'll head back out to Promenko and to Foa. Foa will drive again, get fouled, and he'll get the N1.
Nice take there for Foa, and you know, that was really what the Warriors were doing nicely in the first quarter of this game, is kind of getting down low and making some of those tough finishes. So definitely something that, you know, I think that the Bruins are going to need to have to stop, and the Warriors are going to want to try to continue as they cut the lead down to 10.
And it looks like that lady with the hair leaned on my tripod. It's moved now, and his shot won't go. Still 2 points for the Warriors. I mean, you got to take those when you can, as they will cut the lead back down to 10. Still not in the spot where you want to be if you're the Warriors right now.
And Bruins definitely trying to be a little bit more patient on the offensive end as we near the end of this third quarter. DeBolt trying to make something happen, and he'll get it to Pearsall, who will give it right back.
A little bit of a slip there.
Hammond with the jumper. That one's no good. Foa doing a nice job getting the rebound, and I mean, I would say that he's had himself a third quarter so far.
Yeah, good stuff. 3 straight fouls against the Bruins. As that is number 35 of the Bruins, his 4th personal. One more as he gets subbed out quickly.
And you know, the Bruins, definitely one thing that they always have to be careful of is getting into foul trouble, especially as we get into the later parts of this game. That'll be big for the Bruins to be smart with their decisions on the defensive end.
Henry attempts a floater, won't go.
Lyons is going to push it. Young has it, and he's going to throw one up, and will get fouled by Henry.
And it looks like Cherry Creek will enter the double bonus, and they will head to the free throw line. Henry's 2nd foul of the game. He got fouled out last time against Regis, and he's been pretty good about managing his fouls. A little bit of an improvement for him. Excuse me.
Young, the lefty shooter, able to get his first to go from the line. As Bailey gears to sub in for Young after this free throw attempt. And Young's second is no good. Rebound for the Warriors, and they are headed the other way.
This drive is going to matter here. Same thing with every other drive from now on. Here comes from Menko, as we will get a foul on Creek, and that'll put Arapahoe 1 foul away from the double bonus.
Hammond had a little bit of a size disadvantage right there. Tried to make something happen, but was a little too physical and forced the foul.
Absolutely. I mean, playing basketball against Ryan Permenko, even just some pickup during our Cody trip earlier in the year, and he's tough. As we will get a 2-point attempt that is good from Joel Nichols, as he will close that lead down to 9.
And you know, this is kind of that complacency piece that I talked about a little bit earlier. Bruins really need to make sure that they're doing a good job finishing out this game if they want to have any chance at winning this one, as the Warriors have done a nice job coming back here.
And Creek will get an and 1.
Condon with a nice take there. And you know, Condon definitely an athletic body down low, has had a little trouble tonight just with the equally as athletic bodies of the Warriors down low as well. But Condon will go to the line as we get just below the 60-second mark in this third quarter.
For sure. Condon's first shot of the night will go in just fine. Free throw attempt, excuse me. Westfall talking a little trash.
Bruins in a 1-2-2 press. They're going to drop back into just a man.
3-point attempt from Sam Kamstra won't go, but we will get a foul against the Bruins, as that'll put the Warriors in the double bonus. We're double bonus on both sides.
And this quarter definitely more physical than the last few. You know, I feel like the officials have done a pretty good job of keeping the game under control. But definitely when we get into league play, there's some rising tensions between the teams. So I'll be curious to see kind of how this fourth quarter pans out.
Only if we had that floor view. My goodness, people are terrible. You know, everybody knows that. Here's a second missed attempt from the Warriors. Down by 12.
Hammond going to kick one to Bailey, and Bailey short on his 3-point attempt. And it looks like we're going to get a foul here from Lyons, as Moody was trying to get out of that one.
So Warriors will head to the free throw line.
And these free throws are going to be crucial down the stretch. You know, neither of these two teams have been shooting too spectacular tonight from the free throw line, but definitely some made free throws could help either of these teams.
Moody, no good. Moody, not the best free throw shooter for this team. I've seen him a few times during his breaks working on just straight up free throws. It's crazy how important those free throws can get. It's his second attempt, sinks just fine.
About 20 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Bruins likely to try for that last shot attempt as Hammond has it up top. He's looking for a screen from Condon. Hammond's going to pull up, and he will get that one to go. Under 10 seconds remaining. Bruins applying a little bit of pressure.
Could we get another buzzer beater? Yes, we will.
Nice take there for Foa, and at the end of three, Bruins will lead 42-31. Great half of basketball right there. Definitely the energy in this gym has been brought up a little bit, and I'm excited for what this fourth quarter will bring.
For sure, but this fourth quarter means it all here. Warriors only down by 11. That's 3 3-pointers and a few free throws away from tying this thing right up and getting back in. Nothing's impossible in basketball.
And you know, I have seen some crazy things in my time as not only a basketball player but a commentator, and 11 points is certainly not a big deal when it comes to high school basketball. So we will see what these two coaches draw up here to start off the fourth quarter. What do you think the Warriors need to do in order to make an attempt getting back to that lead?
I mean, I'm going to say, I've said it 30 times already. Just get the ball in the hoop and don't miss. And just don't lose the ball, man. Hold on. And I know it's tough. It's a tough game. It's first game of the league. And, I mean, let's see if the Warriors can pull it out of the hat tonight.
Certainly, and, you know, Warriors averaging 15.2 turnovers a game, so I would definitely agree that that's a number that they will want to get down heading into league play. But, you know, I think really these are two of the best teams in the Centennial League, and I'll be excited to see what they can both do after tonight's matchup, because I think both these teams can go far, not only in the league, but in the state. For now, Warriors have the ball to start this fourth quarter.
Great offense there from the Warriors, getting the ball moved a lot quicker. And a foul will go against Creek. Lions, his third, team's first. That three-point attempt, unfortunately, will not go. It was a great shot.
Great shot there for Kempstra. And, I mean, I was impressed. Everyone in the gym probably wanted that to be counted just because of the magnitude of that shot. Warriors will keep the ball as Bruins up the intensity on defense a little bit.
Same thing with the Warriors, moving the ball a lot quicker as there's another turnover. Again, one thing they got to do is limit turnovers, because there's another slip ball.
DeBolt gets it past half court. Bruins trying to move around a little bit. Warriors with nice intensity on the defensive end. Hammond's going to get a mid-range. He gets that one to go. Hammond has been automatic from the mid-range tonight.
Moody over to Foa. Moody again. West Foa trying to get some magic brewing here for the Warriors. Over to Moody. Back out to Adams. A junior, all juniors on the floor right now for this team. Over to Promenko. Promenko will drive and get fouled going up to the hoop.
Great patience there for the Warriors offense. They really wanted to make sure that they got the shot that they wanted, and they did, able to draw the foul. And, you know, I think that that's going to be big for them in these last 6.5 minutes of this ball game.
Apologize about the shifted shot. Something happened. I think a blonde may have leaned on the camera. You can see her right now. And something I like doing with my broadcasts is, you know, just being honest with the people and giving my true thoughts, as he will sink that one there.
You know, I think honesty is an underrated thing in today's society. So I can certainly appreciate that as Warriors hit their first free throw.
Promenko will miss the second. That's been a common theme here. Make the first, miss the second. Here, I mean, Warriors just need to step up their free throw game. Down by 12.
Hammond's going to be up at the top. He's going to get the screen from Condon. He will reject it and head over to Bolt. Hammond's going to get the three. That's short. Condon fighting for it. Looks like Warriors are going to get that one and head the other way.
Miles McMonigal will pick that one up off the ground. Great young little scrappy player, can make a lot of threes, and we will get a foul. Creek already getting into plenty of foul trouble. Three fouls already on the quarter, and we're not even 3 minutes in.
And I think that's going to be big. You know, Condon has 3 fouls. The Bruins as a team have 3 fouls. And we get a timeout here for Coach Hartsfield. I'm sure he's going to tell his guys, hey, listen, we got to make sure that we're being smart on the court, because you know that the Warriors are going to continue upping the intensity, continue trying to get down to the basket. And naturally, fouls happen down under the basket. But I guarantee Coach Hartsfield is over there saying, hey, guys, we got to be really smart with this, because, you know, Warriors definitely within striking distance, as the Bruins only lead by 12 with just under 6 minutes in this fourth quarter.
Absolutely. Arapahoe just, again, still working on limiting turnovers. That's not something that they're going to be able to do today just in a huddle. That's going to be something that they're going to be working on for the next few days at practice, and just seeing what kind of drills they can do to really just limit the turnovers at home and away.
Arapahoe will be facing Grandview as part of that doubleheader on Friday night. And, you know, one of the things I've enjoyed this year, last year they got away from it a little bit, but this year all of the league games are going to be kind of that girl-boy doubleheader, which it always just brings a little bit more excitement to the night, especially on a Friday night. So looking forward to that matchup. And, you know, I always think that league play is so fun because all these guys know each other. They've been playing against each other for, you know, a few years at the very least, and it's fun to watch. Definitely a little bit of rivalry as the Warriors try to respond here.
Adams floats that one with a little too much power, as Creek will recover on that. Again, back to league play. This is the hardest league in the state, period. And, you know, it's competitive, and you got to give these guys just a little bit of grace with how hard they're playing and the competitiveness it takes. And as Creek will float in another 2.
Bruins able to get the steal there, and they're going to kick it to the Bolt in the corner, who will shoot the 3. That is short.
Permenko will grab that one there. And we'll get a foul. Another foul against Creek, as Warriors again 1 away from the bonus, and that would really help them here. Condon, his 4th personal, so he has the chance of heading out of this game with another one.
And, you know, Bruins definitely going to be a little bit undersized now. You know, we see Inman Jr. come into the game for the Bruins. He doesn't play a ton, still has a little bit of size, certainly some athleticism, but it'll be interesting to see how the Bruins can respond here against this, you know, really athletic, high-powered Arapahoe offense.
Over to Kamstra. Kamstra driving. He'll get 2. Nice little answer back there, but not what the Warriors need. Still down by 12. Here comes Creek, and he will get fouled going to the basket.
And, you know, Lyons is a guy, he always is trying to go for, you know, those plays up around the rim. And that's the first time really tonight that I've seen him elevate like that, but definitely a weapon that he can continue to try and use as this game and the rest of the season progresses. Lyons' first free throw is no good, as Henry will check back into the game for the Warriors.
Permenko with only his first foul of the game tonight. He's been really good at keeping down on fouls, and that's just one of those things you'd love to see as a player. Here's the second attempt.
And that attempt from lines is good. And now the Bruins are going to apply a little bit of full court pressure here.
So here comes A.J. Adams. Driving. Over to Henry. He'll get fouled going up to the hoop.
Kaz Henry has done a very nice job tonight using that big frame of his to get down low and make some nice plays happen.
And the Warriors are now in the double bonus. Definitely going to be a good advantage going into the 4.5 minutes left in this game, as he will drain the first of his two.
Checking in for the Warriors, number 1, Josh Hacker. And number 24, 57.
You know, once again, this game is far from over, and I think that, you know, the Warriors have done a nice job continuing to keep their energy up. Bruins are going to need to continue to have some production down on the offensive end, but even more so getting some stops on the defensive end, because Warriors have done a really nice job in the second half making things happen for them. On the offensive end, Hammond trying to make something happen himself. That's no good, off the hands of Bailey, and that'll head with the Warriors.
A little bit of more momentum heading in the Warriors' direction. Still won't be enough, though. Plenty of time, though, left in the game, as we are only down to half a quarter left in this game. As Miles McMonagle will play point guard. Correction, A.J. Adams. Here comes McMonagle, rebounded by Adams. Over to Henry. Tough layup attempt there for Josh Shacker. So here come the Bruins. Questionable out of bounds there. Warrior defense in hot pursuit, and they will get a three.
And, you know, you talked about honesty. I'm going to be honest. I thought that should have been a foul down there with Acker. He definitely got hit on the arm. One thing that's tricky is just the vantage point of the referees, but definitely think that one should have been a foul on the Bruins. As Henry has it in the post, he's going to take a little fadeaway. That one's no good. DeBolt has it, and he's going to slow it down a little bit as Bruins head down the other way.
Conveniently, if the Warriors lose to take the loss tonight, both teams will move to 7-7 on the year, which won't really necessarily hurt them in the worst way. Here comes Creek.
And, you know, the Bruins face Mullen on Friday. Warriors face Grandview. Both good teams, but teams that I think that both of these teams can beat. So, really, you know, they have an opportunity at a bounce back game, no matter who wins here tonight.
Stolen by Acker. Here comes Henry. Dunk! Sorry, that's a signature thing. Cass Henry doing his thing. Still not going to do much.
Henry, I mean, showing the athleticism right there, and I can appreciate the call always, Mac. The big play calls are the fun ones. Certainly a nice job there for Henry, and good job there for Josh Acker getting it down the court so that he can make his big play.
Absolutely. Oh. This game not completely out of sight yet for the Warriors. So there's still 2:30 to go, down by 12. All it takes is a few three-pointers and some steals. Creek currently the favor to win this one.
And, you know, definitely has been a fun atmosphere here tonight. The student section was great. I'm always impressed, you know, especially when it's past 8:30 and there's still some good students here. So on a school night, I can always appreciate that, as Warriors are ready to go. Bruins still coming out of the huddle.
Yeah, that's one of those things we really stress about here at Arapahoe. It's showing your school pride and never giving up on each other. That's our school slogan. Warriors always take care of one another, and you can really see right now the whole student section taking care of this basketball team tonight.
As the Warriors will apply a little pressure here. DeBolt's going to be able to get that in. Warriors going to get a little bit of a trap. And DeBolt trying to make something happen as Watson gets the tight coverage on DeBolt. Hammond's going to get down low off the pass from Lyons, and he puts another 2 on the board.
52-38, not where you want to be if you're the Warriors right now. And it looks like a hold there on Josh Shacker. Still no signs of giving up from this Warrior team, as there's another nice rebounded 2.
And I think you are exactly right with that. This Warriors team has not failed to show a lack of fight here tonight. They've done a great job with all that energy. Lyons able to get down low as the Bruins taking advantage of some of the extra pressure applied from the Warriors. Henry on the perimeter trying to get something going here.
Henry from deep won't go. Tyson Watson, the JV swing, getting some minutes in now. A very good three-point shooter. One of his favorite highlights from Arapahoe Sports Network, getting a big old 3 from the arrow you can see there on the court, or crooked lance as we call it. And we'll get a foul.
Looks like we had a travel there
on
Hammond.
Nice grab there from Watson as he will get fouled.
Kind of worked out nicely there for Watson as it bounced off the hands of Lyons and right back into his hands. And Bruins definitely not quite as clean of a half as they had in the first half. The Warriors reaching the double bonus in both of these 2 quarters. Watson can't get his first one to go.
Again, that's one of those things that Tyson's been struggling on recently. It's just his willingness to make free throws. I mean, a lot of pressure, especially in moments like this.
He makes the second. 1:17 remaining. Bruins lead 54-41. Warriors continue to apply pressure as Hammond tries to get it past half court. He will, and he will face the trap. And Young able to get down inside. You know, one of the things that's great for both of these teams right now is just working on some of these late game scenarios. And nice take there for Sedum.
Rifke Sedum able to draw a and 1 there. It's not going to do much, unfortunately.
Once again, showing just the fight that this Warriors team has had tonight. And I'll be excited to see what both these teams can continue to do in the rest of league play. And then, you know, there's that big league tournament at the end of the year. And I think that it'll be fun to see, you know, how that goes, because after playing a little bit of league play, these 2 teams very well could match up again. And that would certainly be an exciting rematch. Bruins trying to move the ball around a little bit as we get under 40 seconds.
Absolutely. It's really cool to see how these teams grow throughout the year. Especially that league tournament is a great way to learn from that, as Creek is going to play ice here a little early.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, that was, I don't know if I've quite seen a full minute of just keep away in recent games, but Bruins will do it. And
that'll do it for us tonight. Arapahoe still with D. Here comes Tyson. Might as well shoot it. He has nothing to lose, and he won't make it. A tough loss for the Warriors tonight.
And Mac, thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure being here tonight for this exciting game, and you know, getting to see all the amazing things that you are doing over here at Arapahoe Sports Network. It's been a pleasure, and yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Again, your final score tonight, 56-44. Creek with the victory. If you wouldn't mind giving him a follow, him and his crew a follow on Instagram at Cherry Creek SN, they would greatly appreciate it, as you can see what they do more of. Again, thank you, Will, for being on here tonight and showing your support to this combined broadcast group with Regis and all of us here. That'll do it again from us tonight here at Arapahoe Sports Network and Cherry Creek Sports Network. We thank you for your participation in joining with us this evening. And as always, go Warriors and have a good night.
This broadcast is under copyright protection. Any reproduction or retransmission of this broadcast without the permission of Arapahoe High School or Arapahoe Sports Network is strictly prohibited.